I'm pretty sure the Dacia Duster is the most redesigned car from Dacia, or even all brands in Europe at this moment, because this car has received a facelift in 2021, it got a facelift in 2022, and now in 2023 there's a completely new trim. This is the Duster Extreme, a completely new version of the Duster that is aimed on people that are very outdoorsy, that like to go camping, or just like a Duster that looks just a little bit more tough. Now in this video I will tell you how tough this car is. I'm going to show you the interior and the exterior. I'm going to take it out for a drive. Dacia really likes the world to know that Dacia is the brand for people that like to go camping, that like to go outdoor, and that are into adventure. For this reason, Dacia has introduced a new trim level, the Extreme trim level. Not only on this Duster, which is now available as an Extreme version, but also on, well, basically all the cars that they offer. So also the Jagger, the Spring, and the Sandero Stepway. Now in this video, I'm going to be focusing on this Duster Extreme, but if you want to see my videos on the other models in the Extreme trim level, you have to go to the links in the description below, because I made videos on all the Dacia cars in this Extreme trim. Now you do have to know this Extreme trim level means that the car isn't technically different compared to regular Dacia models. So that basically means that only the exterior design and the interior design is new and that the rest of the car is identical. So let's talk about the exterior design on this Dacia Duster Extreme. And let's start here at the front end design. At the front of the car, it is really hard to decipher if this is an Extreme version or just a regular version of the Duster, because there are no unique design elements here at the front. You can tell if this car is a facelift model from 2022 by looking at the logo. Now this is the new Dacia logo that is on the car since 2022. And you also got these white stripes here in the grille, and you also got some white daylight running lights, even when the lights are off, because the daylight running lights are basically painted on in white. Pretty clever. And now on the side of the car, you do get some exclusive design elements on this Extreme trim. The side of the car has more unique design features that belong to this Extreme version, and they are all copper colored. So for example, these copper colored mirror caps, you get a copper colored Dacia logo with like a topographical design around it. And you also get the design here in the door pillars, as you can see. Looks pretty funky. And also the black wheels are unique to the Extreme version. They are 17-inch and they are finished in glossy black. And you got a copper colored Dacia logo in the center. Now the roof wheels also has some copper color on there. As you can see, Duster is spelled out in full in a copper color, just like Dacia on the back end. So it has Dacia spelled out in full as well, just like Duster, but Duster has like a different color. It almost looks like carbon fiber, and these are actually stickers, by the way. Now what's also unique on this car is the shark fin that is finished in glossy black. Now, while we're here, we might as well have a quick look at the luggage compartment of this car. Now, the car is exactly the same shape, obviously, but we might as well have a look. This is a pretty decent sized car, so you get a pretty decent sized luggage compartment. This car can take up to almost 500 liters, I believe 478 liters, well, to be exact actually. But there isn't much space under the false floor, because this is the Eco G version I'm driving here, which is the car that can also drive on gas, so on LPG. So you get a gas tank here in the back, which is pretty big. So if you take the regular petrol version, obviously you don't get the gas tank, but then you can take a full-size spare here in the back. Now let's have a look at the back seats. The main difference here in the back is the material that has been used for the back seats. So you get this gray fabric, which is called microcloud, and this is an extra durable material that they have used, and it is very easy to clean according to Dacia. So because this car is like aimed at people that are very adventurous and like to get dirty, I guess, they put this material on the seats so they are easy to clean when you get them dirty. And as you can see, you also got some copper details in the interior, for example, the copper stitching on the seats. And also the topographical design returns here as well in the rubber door floor mats or floor mat protectors. As you can see, you can easily take them out, and they have the same design as you get here on the door pillars. Now, as you can see, you can easily take them out, rinse them off at home, and then just put them back. You even get some protection here in the center as well. So let's quickly sit down in the Duster. Like I said, a pretty decent sized car, so you also got some pretty decent size legroom here in the back. I'm 1.80 m and I've got the seat in the same seating position as how I would use it when I'm driving. And I still got, well, just enough leg room. I guess I would have preferred a little bit more, but then again, this is probably a place where only kids will sit most of the time. But I do like the fact that I can put my feet all the way under the seats, which is really comfortable. Then let's talk a little bit about technology. Well, you only get some USB ports in the back, and these are pretty old-fashioned USB-C ports. So that is something to keep in mind when getting this car and you get kids that only have modern tablets and phones. Now, obviously, the materials here in the back are pretty basic. So you get a lot of hard plastic here on the door panels, but not on the front panels. Because on the front door panels, you do get soft materials. Here you get the micro cloud material again. And just like on the seats, you also get it on the door panels here, and also with the copper color stitching. So the seats, the front seats, they look pretty neat if you ask me. You even get the Dacia logo here, and this pretty small headrest, or like slim headrest. Doesn't look too bad if you ask me, especially for a Dacia. Again, you get the floor mats with a topographical design here on the door sills as well. You also get a lot of copper color on the dashboard as well, around the air vents here, and the air vents in the center. You even get some copper color around the gear lever, and even the stitching is copper colored, just like the stitching on the handbrake. Like I said in the introduction of the video, technically the car is identical to any other Dacia Duster, so there are no new powertrains or suspension setup. It's all basically the same. So, however, let's talk about the power options on this car. Now, for example, you can get the car with 100 horsepower, 130, and 150. Now, if you want to have an automatic on this car, you have to go for the 150 horsepower version. If you want to have the biggest range on this car, you have to go for the Eco G version, which used to be the biofuel version. So the version that can take both petrol and LPG, so gas. The version I'm driving right now is that LPG version. So I got an LPG button here on the side, and if I press it, the car will automatically switch to gas. Now, you can't really notice any difference if you switch to LPG or petrol, which is a good thing. But what you do notice is the fact that this car has a huge range. So this car can do 1,200 kilometers on not one tank, but two tanks. Because this car has a gas tank, like an LPG tank. That's a lot bigger since the 2022 facelift model, or actually 2021 facelift model. Because this car used to have a 30-liter LPG tank, but nowadays it is 50 liters. And you also got a 50-liter petrol tank, and giving this car a range of 1,200 kilometers, which is just pretty exceptional for what is basically still a petrol version. Now, if you really want to get the optimal range on this car, you have to press the Eco button here on the center console. If you press it, the car will not rev up higher than like 5,000 revs. The suspension setup on the car also hasn't changed, so that means you still got a pretty soft suspension setup, which quite fits the car, I'd say. It means you still got a pretty comfortable driving experience, which is good in a car that has such a big driving range like this particular LPG version. So that's everything you need to know in a nutshell about this extreme version of the Dacia Duster. If you want to see my videos on the other Dacia Extreme models, you have to look for the description down below. I will leave the links there. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. And then I'll see you in the next one.